There is a big headache ahead for the government of Maharashtra, the coalition government of Eknath, Shinde, Ajit Pawar and Devendra Fadnavis, representing, of course, their parties. And once again, the heat has been turned up on the demand of the quota agitation. The dominant community, Marathas, are once again agitating for a quota as far as reservation in education, institution and jobs are concerned. How is the government going to handle this? This is going to be our top focus. I will also give you a full explainer, a primer on why this demand is coming up, what had happened in the past, so that you go completely informed after this show before we head into our debate. So let's very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, get down to business. The Maratha reservation issue has once again flared up in Maharashtra. The trigger being the violence on last Saturday in Jalna as protesters clashed with the police, leaving several injured. Now, the group spearheading the agitation, the Maratha Kranti Morcha, has intensified its agitation by staging demonstrations across Marathwada, North Maharashtra, Western Maharashtra, Konkan, and even in Vidarbha. As the demand, they are also asking for Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis' resignation. In Mumbai, NKM workers held protests at Dada. The ruling coalition of Eknath Shinde from the Shinde Sena, BJP and Ajit Pawar NCP faction is on the defensive over the issue as the opposition Mahavikas Aghadi, comprising of Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray, Sena and the Congress have turned the heat on this issue. With barely any solution to Maratha quota in sight after the Supreme Court quashed Maratha SEBC Act in 2021, the reservation is set to turn into a big 2024 political issue. Let's listen into some reactions first.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो ऑब्जर्वेशन जो निर्णय देते समय जो त्रुटियां जो खामियां निकाली थी उसके ऊपर हमारी सरकार काम कर रही है। मराठा समाज को आरक्षण मिलने तक सरकार चुप बैठेगी नहीं, सरकार पूरी कोशिश करेगी ये आरक्षण फुल प्रूफ होगा और उसका लाभ मराठा समाज को देना ये भूमिका सरकार की है। टास्क फोर्स की भी निर्मित की है। हरीश साल्वे जैसे बड़े वकील, बड़े तज्ञ इसमें शामिल है। इस्तीफा मांगने का नैतिक अधिकार उनको नहीं है, क्योंकि जब देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी ने आरक्षण दिया था वो आरक्षण हाईकोर्ट ने भी वैलिड किया था। जब ये मुख्यमंत्री बन गए जो अभी इस्तीफा मांग रहे, एक्चुअली हकीकत में उनकी जिम्मेदारी थी, उनकी वो नाकाम हो गए, उनका फेल्यूर है, तो उनको नैतिकता के दृष्टि से देवेंद्र जी का इस्तीफा मांगने का अधिकार नहीं है।
हमारी स्पष्ट रूप से मांग है, ये सरकार कर सकती है। दोनों जगह सरकार बहुमत से, अगर सरकार ने कल चाहा तो 12-13% आरक्षण दोनों सदन में स्टेट और सेंट्रल के तुरंत मंजूर करके यह आरक्षण लागू हो सकता है। अदरवाइज ये समाज को गुमराह करने का काम सत्ताधारी करे नहीं और गुमराह करके कुछ ये हासिल नहीं होने वाला है।
तिथे जाऊन मी आंदोलनकर्त्यांची भेट घेऊन आलो। वाईट एका गोष्टीचं वाटतं, संताप एका गोष्टीचं वाटतं की हे सरकार निर्गुण तर आहेच, एवढं निर्गुण सरकार यापूर्वी मी तरी पाहिलं नव्हतं आणि निर्लज्ज आहे। आणि ते आंदोलक सांगत होते, हात जोडून सांगत होते की तुम्ही लाठीमार करू नका, आम्ही शांततापूर्ण आंदोलन करतो। पण 2.5 वर्ष मी मुख्यमंत्री होतो त्यावेळेला मराठा आंदोलन हे होत नव्हतं अशातलं बात नाही, होत होतच। पण तुमच्यापैकी सुद्धा त्याच्या आंदोलनात त्या असतीलच का? मला सांगा, आपलं सरकार असताना
From Raj Thackeray to the opposition leaders, NCP, Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray, the Congress party, all have extended support, ladies and gentlemen, to, in fact, these agitating protesters. And this has now turned into a big headache as far as the government is concerned. But before we go into what can happen, let's just very quickly step back and take a look at the history, the impact of this on the politics of Maharashtra. So first, let me take you back into recent history on what has happened. Maratha leader Manoj Jarange has renewed the demand for separate quota for community in jobs and higher education institutions. The agitators had staged a hunger strike in Jalna village since Tuesday. The trouble began when the police tried to shift Jarange to a hospital on doctors' advice. Now, the Maratha Kranti Morcha, MKM, the umbrella body of various Maratha groups championing the reservation right for the community, they started their mobilization in 2016-2017. When MKM protests against the rape and killing of a 15-year-old girl in Kopradi village in Ahmednagar district became the trigger to its quota stir. In its first phase of the agitation, 58 silent rallies were taken out across the state, which saw huge mobilization of the people from villages coming to the towns. This was largely peaceful. But the second phase of the agitation of MKM in 2017-18 was marked with bloodshed and spate of suicides, which completely sent shockwaves to the government in the state at that point of time. Now, this became a major challenge for then Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who was leading the BJP Shiv Sena, undivided Shiv Sena coalition. Fadnavis government decided to extend the quota to Marathas. The Maharashtra SEBC Act was accordingly enacted in November 2018 by the State Legislative Council, Assembly and the Council. While the Bombay High Court upheld the Maratha reservation law, it asked the state government to reduce the quota from 16%. Eventually, the quota was settled at 12% in education and 13% in jobs for the Marathas. Now came the big twist. The Supreme Court in May 2021 quashed the Maratha reservation given by the Maharashtra government led by Devendra Fadnavis in 2018. The top court also refused to review a petition in April this year declaring Maharashtra law that granted reservation to Marathas was unconstitutional. The 5-judge constitution bench in 2021 held the Maratha community was not socially and educationally backward, a criteria for reservation. The then MVA government had constituted a high-level panel headed by senior Congress leader and ex-Chief Minister Ashok Chavan and roped in legal expert, but the fight was in vain. Now, are the Marathas, because that's the big question that people keep asking, keep debating, are the Marathas, they are the dominant caste in Maharashtra, really so needy? Are they marginalized? The Marathas, ladies and gentlemen, are roughly 33% of Maharashtra's total population. 11 of state's 20 chief ministers have been Marathas, including first Chief Minister Yashwant Rao Chavan and the present Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. Numerically, they have an impact on 200 assembly constituencies out of 288 in Maharashtra, impact in more than 30 Lok Sabha seats out of 48. The majority community, the Marathas have always been a majority community in the state cabinets. They are quite influential when it comes to educational institutions, sugar factories, so and forth. So the question is that the timing of this in the run-up to the 2024 elections, that makes it quite troublesome for the ruling alliance.